Bodybuilding versus weightlifting, round 2. You asked in the comment section, Chris, you showed me a bunch of cool machines and variations. I want to see barbells and dumbbells. What's the difference? Let me show you. So what we're going to do here is I picked a few different exercises that we're going to go through, barbells and dumbbells. And what we're going to do is talk through the difference, show you the difference, and then so you can apply it and take home and start doing growth training today as opposed to weightlifting. So let's start with the dumbbell row. All right, dumbbell row. One of the most common fucked up exercises in the gym. So if you've been following the channel, you know I love the step forward row, which we'll tag here. But if we're weightlifting, let me show you how we do this. And if you're, honestly, if you're an athlete, if you're a strong man, do it this way. Get your whole body into it. So, but if we're bodybuilding, we don't want to do it this way. So let me start with showing you how not to do it. So off the rack, and then just think about, see, I'm getting hip drive. So I'm unstable. I'm moving, I'm squatting down, I'm coming up, squatting down, I'm rotating away. I'm just moving weight from A to B. Okay, will I get some lat work in there? 100%. I'll definitely get some lat in there. But I'm also getting rear delt, I'm getting bicep, I'm getting torso, meaning low back, abs, obliques, glutes, hamstrings, all that's getting in there. So it's stealing muscle growth, potential muscle growth away from the lat, which is what we're after if we're bodybuilding and doing a dumbbell row. So let me show you the difference. So instead of taking a staggered stance with my non-working leg forward, I'm gonna change that stance, put my working leg forward. Now, stretch and lengthen that lat, squeeze, 1, 2. 1, 2. Now, it doesn't have to be that cute, right? Like that was really like textbook. Let me show you what, I'm gonna show you some good reps will look like. So I'm here. So what you can see there is I'm bracing on that lead leg, lengthening and fully stretching that lat, and then driving my hand towards my pocket or my hip. Trashing my lat. I'm not getting torso bend or lean. I'm not using my legs to drive or power the weight up. And it doesn't matter if I'm using 55, 100, or 150s. That form is gonna stay locked in freaking stone, right? So what I want you to think about when you're doing these dumbbell rows, remove torso, remove lower body. Take that lead leg and switch it. It's very tricky and hard at first, but once you get good at it, you'll be like, man, that's drilling my lat. And if we're bodybuilding, that's why we're doing dumbbell rows. All right, now, incline dumbbell press. You see me do this, and honestly, like you've either seen me rip weight or control weight. And I think at this point of my bodybuilding, I can rip weight and stay on my pecs, but 9 times out of 10, if you're a beginner or intermediate, you can't do that. So I'm gonna show you the form here of 2 different versions. One is how I do it for my top set, and the other is how I do it for my back off, which are very different. Still bodybuilding, but I'm focused on 2 different aspects. So let me show you the right way to do this first, and then I'll come back and show you the wrong way. So this is gonna be a top set demonstration with the heavy weights of 20 pounds, right? So come down, fire up. Come down, fire up. Now, that's a top set. Now for back off, what I want to think about here, control, control, sit in the hole. Now squeeze, 1, 2. Control, control, pause, stretch, fill that chest, open up. Boom, 1, 2, squeeze together. 1, 2, up together. Now, what you'll see there is I still had full control of that weight on both sets. But with the top set version, I'm just doing a little bit more explosive out of the hole. I'm still controlling the negative, getting good depth and range of motion, and then I'm trying to throw the weights through the ceiling. Now, I had a little bit extra explosion because I'm holding 20-pound dumbbells as opposed to 120-pound dumbbells. So, you know, be mindful with that, but I'm still gonna control that weight. Now, here's what I see a lot of people do with dumbbells, and it's just haphazardly slinging them around. So this is what not to do. They kick back, and it's just here, dive bomb, dive bomb, dive bomb, dive bomb. And they're like all over the place, they're squirmy, zero control. So instead of being that way, control that chest and then ram up. Control, ram up. That's the difference between lifting the weights and pressing with your chest. Barbell row. This is a staple in a lot of you guys' programs out there. And when done right, this is an excellent exercise for building the entire thickness of your back. So what I want to think about is, let me show you the wrong way that I see a lot. It's a lot of upright posture and humping. Or you get proper posture and it's here, which is an RDL into a weird shrug row. right? But a lot of times this is here. That's a lot of upper trap, guys. What I want to think about here is if I'm working the barbell row, think about a hip hinge. Shoot back. Bar starts right below my kneecap. Now, pull into my back. Pull into my stomach. Pull, 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Drive both elbows. 1, 2. 1, 2. You can see my fucking lats working just with the bar. Like that, it feels incredible for my upper back. So, with a barbell row, bend over. Take your torso parallel or almost parallel to the ground. Pull into your stomach. Squeeze those back muscles together. Everything. Try to shorten that tissue. Your lats, your erectors, teres, major, minor, rhomboids, traps, all that shit, right? So when I'm here, squeeze, 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 just like that. And your back will grow, I promise. And final one of the day here, incline barbell press. You all know this is one of my favorite exercises. Now, step one of doing this, and the way John taught me literally years ago, was stopping the weight 2 to 3 inches off of my chest. And the goal of that is to keep the load off of your shoulders and not wreck your rotator cuffs. Keep all the load on the chest. So step one for training a bodybuilder is stop being married to absolutely full range of motion or it's gonna wreck your joints. All it's gonna do is get you injured. So step one, find the proper range of motion for growth. Step two is gonna be control the negative. Step three is gonna be explode the bar through the ceiling. So let me show you those reps. Unrack, control, we're gonna stop here, ram up. Control, stop, bam, ram up. Just like that. Doesn't matter if it's a top set, back off, that's how the reps are gonna look for me on this incline barbell. Now, will you see me occasionally do pause reps, meaning come down, pause, and then drive up 100%. That's just literally to limit the load and increase the stretch, but also get a freaking crazy pump. And just simply mix up the exercise that you're doing, meaning even though you're staying on the incline barbell, you're changing the tempo of the exercise up, and it really works well for getting a huge pump. Now, lifting weights on this. Bug me, I've seen it all. I've seen people, boom, feet goes out. Or they hump the weight, right? Here. Now, I want you to look at my stomach. So I take this from an incline to that's a flat press by taking my hips up. Stop it, that's lifting the weights. Is the bar still moving here to here? 100%. But it's not using that upper chest. And the last thing here, it's just like all over the place, like these little short pumpy reps. That's no chest. That's not, I can literally do this until I get bored. Stop it. It's not gonna work. Not for chest growth. We have to make it challenge the muscle. You have to make it, here, at the end of the day, here's the premise. When you're bodybuilding, I wanna make this weight feel as heavy as humanly possible to challenge that muscle. Then, once I maintain that form, I get stronger, that's how I get bigger. Adding reps, adding weight. That's the secret, guys. It doesn't matter what we're doing, whether it's a dumbbell, a barbell, a machine, a cable, bands for that matter. Make the exercise as hard as humanly possible and then get better at it, meaning more reps, more weight. You do that, you're going to be growing immediately. If you like this video, like, share, subscribe. Until next time, Chris TV.